Okay, 3.01, I can determine the slope or write the equation of a parallel line. So parallel lines have the same slope. So if I am being asked to find the equation of a line that passes through this point and is parallel to this equation, I know that the slope of my new line has to be -3. And I know that this is an xy that satisfies the new equation, so I need to find b. Right? I know y equals mx plus b is a slope-intercept form of an equation. I have an x is -1. I know that m is -3. So we have -3 times -1 plus b is equal to y. And y value that works is 5. So I need to solve for b here. I have 5 equals 3 plus b. So b is 2. I have the b. I know it's parallel, so it's got to have the same slope. So my equation is y equals the parallel slope times x plus the b value that I found. That line will be parallel to this line, and this line passes through -1, 5. And you could check and make sure if you put -1 in here, I get -3 times a -1 plus 2. That is indeed 5. Now this one is slightly harder. It's got find the equation of a line passing through this xy point, and it's parallel to this line. I don't know what the slope is just by looking at this. So I need to put it in slope-intercept form to find the slope. So I need to get y by itself, right? We need it into y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So this equation, if I subtract 3x, this will go away. So I get -5y. If I subtract 3x from here and subtract 3x from here, I now have a -3x plus 9 on this side. Right, that's a positive 9. And that -3x that made that go away is now on this side. So now, to get y by itself, I need to divide by -5. So I need to divide this by a -5 and this by a -5. -5 divided by a -5, that's 1. So this is just y. This slope here is a positive 3/5. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. And this is a -9/5. I actually don't care about that term. The only reason I was doing this is because I needed to know what the slope of this line was, and here is my slope. That's my m value. Okay, so again, y equals mx plus b. I'm trying to find a line that goes through this xy, and has a slope of 3/5. So my y value is 6. My m is 3/5. My x value is -5 plus b. I'm going to put this over 1. So now I just need to multiply this out. 3/5 times 5 is negative. This becomes a 1 and that's a 1. So this is just -3 plus b equals 6. So b is 9. I've got my slope and I've got my intercept. So my equation is 3/5 x plus 9. This equation is parallel to this line, and it goes through -5, 6. Answer.